points from sucking the fun out of your holiday season. Life coach Margie Worrell joins us with tips on how to keep the holiday season from being overwhelming.
Yes, yes. Well, at this time of year, I think a lot of people find themselves feeling very stressed and overwhelmed. Long list that you haven't finished your shopping done. And, throw in a blizzard like we had last weekend, and it doesn't help the mix at all. But I think it's important to realize that we create our own stress. It's not the length of the shopping list. It's the reaction we have to it. And likewise, when family come to town and we get together, tensions can run high. But to realize we have to take responsibility for how we're dealing with the people around us.
I think each Christmas, I think a lot of people go through this. I'm going to dumb down the list. It's going to be simple. I'm going to do this. And you get to the last couple of days and you feel like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this. And you take it over.
You do. And I think, the title of my book, Find Your Courage, I think we have to find our courage, be honest with people and say, you know what, Philip, I didn't get through my list. I haven't got what I really wanted to get you.
Right.
But, I really care about you. I love you. Let's do something special in January. And I think what matters most is that we feel cared for, that we feel loved. Mm-hmm. And what matters far more than the gifts we give or that we receive is the spirit that we bring to the whole season.
And I think one of the other added stresses is particularly, you have so many people in this area that aren't necessarily from here who either have people come into town or travel back to wherever they're from. And a lot of times in terms of the sort of the family stress, these are people that maybe you only see once or twice a year. And so sometimes there's the initial, awkward conversation of, oh, good to see you, how are you, great. But then you also have the family members who, like we were saying, sort of add to some of that resentment and, maybe make a comment, and it just adds to the stress. How do you handle that with people that, you may have friends that you're closer to than some of these family members?
Yeah, I once heard a quote that friends are God's way of making up for family.
That's a good one.
Now, of course, I don't think that, but, if you're going to be cynical, sometimes family members push our buttons because they created our buttons.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of issues that can go back to when we were running around in diapers that come out when we're sitting around at Christmas.
And then the person who says them, if you get on them, or if it's your mom and she says something and you say, seriously, none of that this year, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you handle that?
And I, people can take things the wrong way. And I think knowing that just because somebody else starts getting uptight, be the change you want to see in others. If someone else is getting all narky and being, mean or, small-minded, you don't have to respond by kind of going in. It's like, you're going to say that, I'm going to, well, you've put on a bit of weight,
Right.
You can be bigger than them. And I think coming back to what is the purpose of Christmas? Why do we have this season in the first place?
Isn't it for the presents, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was told, yeah.
But
I know my kids think that.
But you also fall into the commercialization of everything. You really do
It's so
forget the
easy
reason.
to end up on this merry-go-round of trying to do it all, be